Hello dear viewers and welcome to my channel. Today again we will walk on the roads of literature talking about two important movements in the history of English literature that are Romanticism and Classicism. So let's get started. Classicism and Romanticism are the two literary movements of 18th and 19th century. Classicism refers to the Augustan age or the age of reason, that is 18th century, whereas Romanticism refers to the late 18th and early 19th century. And both these movements have certain distinguishing features which we are going to discuss today. The first thing that we are going to discuss today about Romanticism and Classicism is objectivity and subjectivity. Classicism is characterized by emotional restraint and objectivity, reason and logic. Reason and logic was considered the authority to deal with life and its problems. The intellect was superior to imagination. Therefore, thinking in a logical, rational way was always shown as being better than reacting emotionally or letting your imagination distract you. On the other hand, Romanticism is marked by emotions and subjectivity. It also stands as a revolt against classism and the age of reason. In Romanticism, imagination, feelings, and emotions stand superior to intellect and reason. The next difference that we are going to talk about is society versus individual. During classicism, society was the center of attention, as is evident from the works of the writers of this period. For instance, the poets of this age had no sympathy for the humbler aspect of life, the life of the villagers, shepherds, and no love for nature, landscape, etc. Rather, they were more interested in towns and the cultural society. Alexander Pope's The Rape of the Lock, therefore, is the depiction of the vanities and idleness of 18th century high society. On the other hand, Romanticism considered individual spirit more important than the society. They emphasized on man's relation and his feelings towards his surroundings, particularly nature. For instance, William Wordsworth, in his poem Tintern Abbey, explains his development as a poet in the lap of nature. Now let's discuss the subject matter of Romanticism and Classicism. The themes and subject matter of Classicism was based on intellect and didacticism, argument and criticism, politics and personalities. Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travel best describes the subject matter of the literature of this period. It includes satire, irony, didacticism, politics, and so on. Whereas Romanticism deals with simple and humble themes and subject matter. For instance, Wordsworth talked about the fresh air of hills and beautiful natural scenes and the rural life. He believed that it is in life of common people that poetry finds its true impression. Similarly, Keats based his poetic works on simple objects like a Grecian urn, Song of a Nightingale, etc. Another important thing to discuss about Romanticism and Classicism is the diction. Classicism, on following the great Greek and Roman classical writers, emphasized on flowery, embellished, and elevated style and diction, whereas Romantics chose to write in simple language, that is, the language of the common people, as suggested by Wordsworth. There was also a refusal to use heroic couplet by the Romantic writers. Now let's discuss about prose and poetry of these ages. Classicism is marked by the dawn in prose writing, and there was rapid growth of new middle class that demanded printed word. The main prose writers of the age include Daniel Defoe, Jonathan Swift, Joseph Addison, and Sir Richard Steele. Whereas Romanticism experienced a rise and development in poetry writing. Poets like Wordsworth, Coleridge, Keats, and Shelley revolutionized poetry writing by introducing new themes and style in their poetry. Walter Pater says that Romanticism means the addition of strangeness to beauty, whereas Classicism is order in beauty. This is all about Romanticism and Classicism. For more videos on literature, stay tuned to my channel. Till then, happy learning.